Good morning, everybody. This is Lucian Smith here on the Gallo Radio Show on SuperTalk Mississippi. You're here with us in this second hour of the Gallo Show. This hour of the Gallo Show is brought to you by NWG Employer Services. Running a business is tough, and if you're struggling with HR, benefits, and payroll, you are not alone. That's where MWG Employer Services comes in. They can provide a full range of employer services, plus a custom plan that fits you. Call today at 601-206-7966 or go to nwgemployerservices.com. Well, we've got here with us in studio my favorite sports guru, Lucian Smith. Happens to also be my oldest child. So, Liam, how you doing this morning?
Doing great.
Well, we thought, Mr. Lance and I were talking about this earlier in the week. We figure there's a little bit of football coming up this weekend, and we like to talk about sports occasionally on the show. Well, what have you done some thinking on what you think this weekend is going to look like? You want to preview the game for us?
Yes, sir. What I think it's going to be mainly is the running game.
Okay. You think that why is that?
Because the Chiefs' defensive line, the Chiefs have a great defensive line.
Okay. And you think they will be able to stop the Eagles from doing a lot of passing?
Mm-hmm. But Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts on the rushing game, that's just like a builder paving a road. He keeps going and going, and if something tries to get in his way, it gets paved.
So I like that.
I love it.
That's a great way to illustrate that.
This guy's awesome.
So you don't think we're going to see much in the way of a passing game during the Super Bowl?
Chiefs might pass. What they need to do is short and inside passes, because the Eagles' corners are just too good to go. If you want to go deep against them,
So you think the Eagles will be able to shut down the long ball from Mahomes? Okay, so it's gonna come down to who can kind of dominate right there on the inside.
The battle in the trenches.
There we go. So do you have a prediction on who's going to end up winning this game?
I say the Eagles win in the very, very end,
okay,
long game. Eagles.
But you think it's going to be close? This isn't going to be some sort of domination.
No.
Okay.
Close.
Yeah.
Win.
The 2 years ago game, you were 2 years younger, and I'm sure you were still watching that game. And do you remember that was a pretty close one when the Chiefs and the Eagles both met the last time? They were talking about Jalen Hurts really wanting to right the ship after losing the last one. Do you think that the Chiefs are going to win, as you said, a close one, or do you think the Eagles are going to win in a close one? What's your gut instinct there?
Eagles.
Eagles are going to win in a close one. What kind of scoring do you think it may be? As far as high scoring or low scoring?
High.
Oh, you think it'll be high scoring?
About the same as the last time they faced off.
It was 37-35 or 38-35, I believe. That was a lot of points. They've got the over-unders marked at 48, I think, 48.5 roughly right now.
Oh, total score?
Total points. So what Liam is saying is that he believes it's going to be closer to the 70 mark. So if you're a betting person out there, the over-under might be a good one to look at.
That's a good one.
And the spread is, 1.5, so it's a tight spread.
It should be a great game, Liam. I think. Are you excited to watch it? So tell me, what are you in particular going to be looking for in this game? What are you excited to watch happen during this Super Bowl?
I like to see how the Eagles cornerbacks deal with Xavier Worthy and all their other deep.
Okay, that makes an awful lot of sense. I think that'll be interesting. Tell me this, Liam. Do you think that the Eagles, because of this loss a few years ago in the Super Bowl, are going to be extra motivated for this game? Are they going to be looking for some revenge here?
I think they might be a bit motivated.
Yeah. So tell me, what else do you see happening in this game? I see you've got your notes there, Liam. What else is Lucian Smith going to be paying close attention to?
Well, I'm going to be looking at how it affects the teams overall in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs have won 4 times and lost twice in the Super Bowl, and the Eagles have won once and lost 3 times in the Super Bowl. So this is the 7th Super Bowl appearance for the Chiefs and the 5th for the Eagles.
Tell me this: is the do you this would be the 3rd time in a row that the Chiefs won a Super Bowl? Has that ever happened before?
No, never. It might have happened. I think it did happen for the NFC Championship.
I think that's right.
Championship, but never for the Super Bowl.
Never for the Super Bowl. So do you think there's a chance of there being some sort of three-peat here, or do you think Philadelphia's got it locked?
I'd say there would be a small chance, but
you're rooting for the Eagles. What else do you, as you analyze this, getting ready for today, Liam? What else do you have that you're watching and thinking about in this game?
Watch the Eagles running game. How do the Chiefs react?
Do you think Saquon? He's had a pretty good year, didn't he? 2,000 yards rushing. You don't see that often. But he was a newbie. They brought him in
From the Giants.
That's right.
And he used to play for it was Christian McCaffrey who used to play for the Panthers.
That's right.
Yeah, you've been paying attention.
He knows his stuff. That's throwing some stuff at. What do you think about A.J. Brown? He had 67 receptions this year, over 1,000 yards again. He's a beast, isn't he?
But there's him. But if they double cover him, they gotta double cover Devontae Smith.
There you go.
Yeah, I tell you what. Who are some other players you're going to be? Go ahead, Liam. Go ahead. Didn't mean to interrupt you.
And that puts there's usually three receivers on the field. That puts 4 men guarding 2 people.
You think that creates some opportunities then?
And creates some opportunities for Calcaterra, Dotson, and Barkley, or even Barkley or Shipley in the passing game.
So you do think there's a possibility of having some good passes, but the bulk of this is going to be on the ground, is how you're imagining this
in
going.
The inside game, the passing.
That's a
game,
good point.
As he said earlier, keeping them short and get the completions.
Which makes for
That's for the Chiefs. I never said that for the Eagles.
Okay, well tell us what you think about the Eagles there.
For them, kind of the same thing. I think occasionally they can launch the deep passes, since I don't think much of the Chiefs' cornerbacks. They do have to watch out for Watson.
Yeah.
But
so you think the Eagles may be able to get a little bit more going on in the air?
Occasionally throwing the deep passes, but always keep them short into backup, like Dotson, Calcaterra, Barkley, Shipley. And
then kind of mix it in with a little bit of the run game there. That'll make for some really interesting football.
Every once in a while, I'm going to pass it or not, hand it to Barkley.
Yeah, that makes an awful lot of sense. Tell me this, Liam, and we've talked about it a little bit. There are certainly some people who think that the Chiefs get too many calls from the refs, that they're getting a lot of calls they shouldn't get. Do you think they're getting it more or less fair, or you have strong feelings one way or the other?
Honestly, I do not watch many Chiefs games, so I did not. I would have good opinion if I watched them every week, but I do not watch many Chiefs games. So,
is that just in protest, or just we've made different choices on which games to watch? Because you're not a big Chiefs fan, right?
No. You're
a little bit biased here, maybe.
I think he's given a great breakdown in fair as well. So.
Oh, I agree. You have done a great job.
How honest is it when you ask this young man a question? He goes, I don't know. I didn't watch enough Chiefs games to have a great opinion, but if I did watch enough of them, I'd have more information. I mean, that's how you answer a question. People
absolutely
listen to this guy. That's how you do it.
That is good advice for anybody doing radio, whether it's sports or something else. If you don't know, it is so much better to say I don't know than to just make it up. Because I guarantee you somebody's going to hit you on the C Spire text line and go, you don't know what you're talking about, but you're doing great, Liam. On this.
We always get great comments too from our listeners, which there are many out there, and they love your commentary. I wish we could can it and have you on here every day. I have to talk to your mama about that, see if she can get you up a little early.
We got to work up a contract.
Yeah.
We got to talk to Big Daddy and see what we can work out here. So, Liam, we got a little less than a minute left in this segment. I know you got to get to school, but anything else that you want that's really on your mind with regard to this upcoming Super Bowl? Tell you what, do you think we're going to be able to convince your mama to let you stay up for the entire Super Bowl? I think that's the question on everybody's mind.
Is there going to be ice cream involved, maybe, or what do you want for your Super Bowl treat? What are you looking for?
Lance asked a great question. What food do you want to make sure we have for the Super Bowl? You're not sure?
Cookie cake.
Cookie cake?
That's the way you got
I tell you what. Well, I know for a fact that Dee and Pop are listening right now, and they have heard the cookie cake request. Liam, thank you for taking the time to be here. Thank you for your great analysis about the Super Bowl, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day at school. This is Lucian Smith here on the Gallo Radio Show on SuperTalk Mississippi. Stick with us. We'll have more coming up after this break.